Welcome to the John McAllister Report, where John McAllister, top football evaluator, interviews college and high school coaches and athletes from around the country. Sit back and enjoy today's podcast.
Hello, I'm John McAllister, and I have the John McAllister Report. And today we're going to go to around the state, and my guest is from Cincinnati Elder High School, one of the power Catholic schools in Cincinnati, and he's a linebacker. Maddox Arnold is my guest. He's only going to be a junior. He's in the 25 class, but he has started since his freshman year. And to do that, it takes a lot of ability and toughness and whatever else to do that, because it's a very, very strong football program. I'm really excited to talk with him. You'll sit back and enjoy my podcast with Maddox Arnold from Cincinnati Elder High School. Like I said earlier, my guest is Maddox Arnold. He's a really, really good up-and-coming linebacker from Cincinnati Elder High School, and he's been playing the position for 2 years, and I've known him for 2 years.
Yes,
I think even before, I don't know, it seems like he was an eighth grader when I first met him, but I don't know. I'm joking with you. Maddox, how are you?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
Good. How's football conditioning?
It's going really good. We just started in the camp, so we're in camp right now. So it's going very, very well so far.
A couple days, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's really good. I will definitely see a game this year.
Yep.
I haven't been down to the pit for a while, so
we
I
have a
want
great
to see
schedule.
you. What's that?
We have a great schedule this year for it.
I know you do. It's a tough schedule.
Very
You
tough.
got a pretty good team coming back, though.
Yeah, we do. For sure.
So that's got to be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk first. Why football, Maddox? You're getting there, but you weren't the biggest guy.
Mm-hmm.
Why football?
I would say football because it's a sport that can hit people and not get in trouble for it. So that's the way I look at it. So I just do it to have fun, to be honest with you.
You can put your aggression to use, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You get upset, and that's really good. Mm-hmm. What do you think? What are the keys so far to your success? Now, you started as a freshman
at
Cincinnati Elder, a power school down in the Catholic League in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. So what do you think so far has been the keys to your success?
So far, I'll say the keys to my success is my worth ethic. I work my butt off. I'm always working out. I'm always doing something extra to get better. And always looking at things and watching the film to improve on my game, to see what I need to work on, to see what I'm struggle with, and then to see what I'm good at. So I was always working at my craft and always making sure I'm on top of everything I should be on top of.
And I will tell you, you have benefited from that, especially this year. I watched you clips on Twitter, and you really have improved. We talked about that last year.
We did.
I mean, your change of direction, your burst, your run under control. We'll talk about that later. Any other sports do you play?
I'm not playing any other sports. I'm just playing football. I ran track my freshman year. I had a little injury there and there, so I decided to step away from that, just focus on football. So.
Okay. How much do you weigh? What are your measurements now?
I'm around 6'2", 225, 230.
Okay.
I put on a lot of weight on the off season.
The funny thing about all that height on linebackers, they say, you got to be this height, you got to be that height, you got to be 6'3". Yeah. But you look at the pros when those guys get drafted, they're like 6 foot, 6'1", 6.5. So I don't think that's anything to worry about for you.
Yeah.
But you've really improved there. Okay, as you've come along as grade school on up, has there anybody been really an influence on you, been kind of a quiet pusher on you or anything like that?
I would say my uncle. He just started training me this past off season. His name is Jordan Nevels. He's my trainer, so he pushed me to a limit that I've never been pushed before, and puts me in like the mentality that I am the best out there. So I think he's the one person that I'll say that for.
Who's that again?
Jordan Nevels.
Okay.
If you know
Okay.
Willie Rodriguez, he trains down there with me.
Okay. I think I've heard of Willie Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
I wonder why I've heard that name. What words do you live by? Slogans. I have posters. What words do you live by?
The words I live
what
by
do you think
is
about?
hard work.
What's that?
Hard work.
Hard work.
Yes, sir.
And you surely have done that. That's really good.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if you could, my first silly question, if you could change places with somebody for one day, who would it be?
That's a good question.
6 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock at night, or 10 o'clock.
That's a great question. Probably Micah Parsons for the Dallas Cowboys. Just experience his life. That's one of my favorite NFL players. So
He's at Dallas, right?
Huh? Yeah, he's at
Dallas, isn't he?
Dallas Cowboys, yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Played at Penn State.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay. He's not very tall either.
No,
I mean, he's not 6'3" or 6'4", but he'll hit you. He can run.
Very, very good football player.
Okay. School going pretty well for you?
Very well, actually. This year I worked extra hard and got my grades up, so I worked really hard this year on that. So
good. Any favorite subjects?
Math. I'll say math is my favorite subject. It's probably my best subject too. So
okay, that's really good.
Yeah,
that's good. I hated math in high school, but it's really good.
I got
good. So hard.
Mm-hmm.
Algebra. I would say, why do I have to know algebra to succeed? I know I've just been silly, but I did say that.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about let's talk football now. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. What do you think your strengths are in football?
I'll say my strengths are is reading the ball, knowing what's going on in the plays, being a leader out there, knowing all the positions, what gap I need to be in, where I need to be at, and how. And another good thing of being out there is my reaction, how I react to the ball, find the ball, and how I play sideline to sideline. I don't just go up and down, give up on a play. I play sideline to sideline every play.
That's really good. What do you have to improve on?
For this year, I'd say I have to improve on is just hitting people. I see it come downhill and hit people. Kind of drop into my coverage to get some picks this year. Mostly focus on film, getting off blocks, things like that. Just little things I have to tweak on. So I think those are the things I have to work on.
I think you've just, there's no other way to do it, but you've just grown and gotten older, for one thing, and more experience in things. Yeah. I think what I'm trying to remember when I saw you play, sometimes the blockers were getting into you, it seemed like, when you're a freshman. I don't think I saw you play last year, and even on video, but now you're quick and fast enough. You don't want to hit those guys. I mean, you do have sometimes, but you don't like the old days. You don't want to jack them up and stuff. You want to get away.
Yep.
That's not a sign of being afraid. It's a sign of being tough and running and things.
Smart.
What I really like, I know you're tough enough, and I know you study the game, but I really like the way you've improved.
Thank you.
I was watching you on film. I know it was shirts on shirts, but still, when you're pursuing, you were stopping and going. You didn't over pursue.
Yeah.
You were under control.
Yep.
You got enough. And I think linebackers, so many players, they have to have that first step.
For sure.
That first quick step.
First
step. If you don't have that, boy, it's tough.
Very tough.
It's that burst, and you have that, and I think it's one thing your trainer has really helped you on.
Yeah.
What are you up to? 225 now? You think?
Yeah. So last year I started the season I ended the season at 204. So I
Yeah.
worked really hard in the off season. My trainer got me up to 225 lean.
And you haven't lost any speed.
No, if anything, actually I cut down 0.2 seconds on my 40, so
That's
I
really
got a
good.
lot faster and more explosive. So
And when I watched you on film, I don't like to watch old film now, but I don't think those are any. I think the good things are you're faster now, and you can think like a linebacker,
uh,
and that leads me into another question.
mhm.
Do you do a lot of film study?
Yeah, I do. So sometimes when I just get bored, to be honest with you, I just go watch film or practice film, see what we did for the day, see what I need to work on. But then I also like see who I got for our first couple games, just watch them, watch what we played them last year. And for us, we ran a different defense every game, so I don't know what we're going to do that week for that we play the team.
Yeah,
So I'm just looking at what they run, what are their little nick tweaks that they do,
yeah.
different than other teams. If they're a run heavy team or if they're a pass heavy team, or they like to run to the field or the boundary. It's just I just go like watch that little things when I watch film.
And and I really believe as an old coach that
Uh-huh.
if you study it enough, when that
Uh-huh.
game comes around, you get a feel for what's going on.
For
You
sure.
have an idea of what they're going to do on third and long, or maybe when the screen pass comes and stuff. And you're involved there. Things like that. I think it's really important.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, let's talk film study.
Uh-huh.
Coach Trussell and I joked about it because we're old guys.
Yeah.
We had the 16 millimeter where you had to take it, get
Mhm.
it developed, and the next day, you guys, heck, I can look at my phone here and I can watch you in what
Yeah.
5 minutes or 4 minutes, but
Yeah. For sure.
good. Okay, uh, tell me about. I have this one question I always like to ask.
Uh-huh.
Has there been a top sports moment for you so far? I mean,
Uh,
2 years. I mean, one that I call a scrapbook.
yeah. So my favorite is last year when we played St. X, Ohio St. X, the GCL game. It was really close. It was going to halftime. They're on the half-yard line. And first down, we stop them down every single down the fourth down when they're on the half-yard line. They didn't score a touchdown. So to me, that was probably one of the best high school games I've ever played in. It was the most fun, electric game. That's that one moment that stands out for me.
That was a goal line, wasn't it?
It was a goal line stand. Goal line stand. Yeah, they didn't score on the half-yard line.
Yeah, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
My golly, that's really good. Of course, the rivalries among the 4 Catholic schools down there are so crazy.
Yes, sir. Very, very, very crazy. Very fun to play in too.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all year round, I think. By the way, I think it's
sure.
crazy all year round.
For sure.
Okay, a boy wants a player. You've been through it, being young, and you're getting there now, a little older. A sophomore wants to quit now because it's just he's not into it. What do you tell him?
I would tell them they just got to trust the process. I say when you're like that, when you're a sophomore year, you don't really know what you're going to build up to. So it's your decision. If you want to keep going, you keep going, to keep grinding, get your sport, get better at it, work hard at it. But if you feel like your heart's not in and you don't want to put work into it, I would say then go play a different sport. That's just my opinion, because if your heart's not in the game, then in my opinion, I don't think you should be playing the game, because this is a very mental sport, very hard sport to get into. So that's my thoughts on that.
I think it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but as an old coach, but if your heart's not into it, and you know it if it is or not,
Mm-hmm,
I mean,
sure.
you're the first guy to know. And it's really tough.
Yeah,
and
very.
If you dread being there, plus I'm afraid you're going to get hurt sometimes because you're just not focused on that.
Exactly.
Okay, what we talked about it, maybe I missed it. Improve on as a player. What did you tell me there? What do you have to improve on?
So the things I think I need to improve on is dropping in the coverage, finding space, finding work to get to. Okay. So dropping out there and that. And then something else I need to work on is my reaction time to the linemen. Just little neck tweaks like that. Like my reaction when I see them move, I need to get that first step before they do, fill the gap before they do, and make that play. Yeah, and I think those are the little things I just need to work on before the season starts.
Good. That's really good, Maddox. Okay, second silly question.
Yeah.
Okay. What talent would you like to have? And this is anything. Talent would you like to have, you don't have, and you'll never get it?
That's actually a good question. Uh,
That's a fun question. Don't take
yeah.
it too serious.
Probably doing flips and stuff. Like that seems so much fun to do, but like in my opinion, I just could never get myself to do. I like just the fear, just doing a flip.
Really, that
Doing it on the back.
surprised me. As crazy as you are,
Yeah.
I bet if you scored the winning touchdown against St. X, you might
I,
interception, 40-yard return. You probably would try something. I think.
yeah, I'll probably try a flip and just totally fail on it. Just anything good. So
That sounds really good.
yeah.
Okay, we different. Uh, so just a few more questions.
Yeah.
Okay, what's energy? Energy is amazing. I have energy at 75 years old. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, especially when I want to get into the showtime.
Yeah.
What kind of energy are you going to bring to the team this year?
So me, I'm a very energetic kid. So I always bring the juice at practice. I always bring it in. It's in the locker room, just in general. So I feel like the energy I bring to the team is I'll get the team up. I'll get them going. I'll make sure they're on top of things, and I'll just make sure they're ready. Make sure that we're not sluggish. We're not any of that. I make sure we're juiced up for a game or in a practice. Just make sure we're on top of it.
So you'll have the energy and the excitement, and that doesn't always mean a loud roar. It just means get it done, and you can do that.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm so excited for you because this is your junior year. So you've learned so much. Okay. Was there ever a time so far in your career where the light came on, where the switch came on, where you just knew I've got to, nobody told you this, you just knew you had to kick it up?
Yeah, I'll probably say like around my 7th, 8th grade year.
Really?
I was playing football in Kentucky, and one of my dad's good friends that coaches football, he told me that if I want to play at the next level, I need to make a move and go to Ohio football. And that's a brave statement to say, but me and my dad talked about it, and we made the decision. I went over Our Lady of Victory, went there for my grade school for 2 years, played for the Tower Titans, and I feel like that was the moment that I knew that if I want to take it to the next level, this is when and this is now. So I'll say that moment right there.
I remember when you transferred in or came from, I don't know what the word is, Kentucky, when you moved.
Yes, sir.
The move. I remember talking to Coach about it, in fact. What do you hope your teammates say about you behind your back? What do you want them to say?
I hope they say I was a good leader, good person in general. Just always bring the juice to practice, just always helping them out if they need help, and just always being there.
I heard that when you were young, you worked really, really hard and just couldn't keep you down.
Yep, sure.
I heard a rumor like that. Pretty sure it's true.
Yep, definitely.
Okay, I'm going to come and recruit you. Okay, what quality do you have that jumps out at me? And I'm not talking about athletics. I'm not talking about football. More of a character traits. What's one quality that you have?
That's a good question. I would say that I'm just like the type of person that it's a leader. Like when if you're a recruiter and you're meeting me, I'm the kid that's gonna come out, shake your hand immediately, and just be the up in front guy. I'm not gonna just sit back and just let you sit. I'm gonna be up in your face, like talking to you about that stuff. So I'll say that's it.
Okay. What about with all the things going on in college football right now?
Yeah.
What will your quality? What will your leadership be? Can you tell right from wrong?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I can tell when right, and I can tell when something's wrong. So I would say that is one of the things I could do. Yes, sir.
And it's got to catch you sometime. I don't mean you. It's got to, in general. It's got to, and it's catching up with people now.
For sure.
That's really good. Okay, let's talk recruiting for just a minute.
Yes, sir.
This is really you've done a good job. Let's talk recruiting for just a minute. How is that going?
I'll say it's going all right now. It's kind of slowed down for me for a second.
Hopefully.
I had a good camp season. Talked to a lot of coaches, got a lot of contacts from them. So all I know is that I just have to go a year this year, just ball out my junior season, and then that's when I know what's going to be good and what's not. So
this is really an important season for you.
For sure.
Really kind of more important than your seat. It's not.
Yeah.
But recruiting wise, it kind of is,
Sure.
And because you really want to jump off the charts. Well, Maddox, I really appreciate you being on my show.
Thank you so much.
We finally put something really good together.
Yeah, I know.
We tried, but I'm really excited, and I appreciate it. Okay?
Yep. Thank you.